Atlanta, for dollars, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Look who's back. We are. Maloney's Money Line, week 13 of season 2. This is the Brew Party Podcast. Episode 90 of the Brew Party Podcast is here. This is our weekly gambling segment with our good friend of the party, recurring guest. It is Ryan Maloney. He is back. 2 weeks. It's just too long to not see your beautiful face, Ryan. Don't ever let it happen again. Anyways, how are we?
I'm doing great. I missed you.
Oh, I missed you. I missed you so much. I love the fast and quick responses. Of course. So we are here. This is Maloney's Money Line, our weekly gambling segment. Like I just said, not a lot of variety to the card this week, Ryan. I guess it's just a lot of NFL. We do have some UFC on the card as well, courtesy of your boy, Mr. Maloney. We also have an NBA parlay, Maloney's Money Line, Friday night NBA parlay, Money Line NBA parlay. Super excited to share that with you guys here after we get through all our picks. So we've got NFL. I've got one college football pick. We have UFC. We've got NBA. We're going to get right into it. Let's update the records, get you guys kind of acclimated to, or get us updated really on what has been going on since we've been gone. So one of the weeks we did not pick. Last week we did not record a show, but we did give out picks. I went 4-4. Ryan went 3-5. Like 3 weeks ago, the week before Thanksgiving, I think Ryan and I, both of us, finished at 4-4. So I just can't do anything besides be even the past like 3 or 4 weeks, which, you know, we will see how that goes. Hopefully we have some winners. That's kind of why I threw on this shirt today, Ryan. I don't know. You know, it's cold as fuck outside, but that doesn't mean we can't have good vibes. It's balls beach wear, ladies and gentlemen. We need good vibes, the warmth of winning, and I think we're going to do it, and I think we're going to do it very big this weekend. Ryan, I'm going to tease it. You already have 3+ money bets on the card this week. This man is addicted to plus signs. We will remember just 2 or 3 weeks ago, he did hit 3 of those plus money bets. So we will see. Stay tuned for that. So let's update the records. I'm going to quit teasing it. I'm going to get with it here. I told Ryan I'm on very, very little amounts of sleep. We are getting it going. Whoa! Sorry for anybody listening that had to hear that.
Just blew out their car speakers.
I'll just try to turn it down. So I am now 53, 46, and 1. I'm hitting at 54% for season 2. Currently the leader in the clubhouse. Our guy over here, Mr. Maloney, is 48, 51, and 1. He is 48% for season 2. Altogether, 101, 97, and 2. That's good for 51%. So we are over 50%. I mean, I'm over 50%, I should say. We are a team together. We're hitting at 51%. You know, it's okay. It's not great. We need to get up a little bit better. Hopefully we can do that this week. Bring some more winners for the people. So let's look a little bit deeper into how we've kind of been doing with each of our picks, you know, this year. Obviously, I mean, if it's your first time here, welcome in. We do 8 total picks. We do an over favorite, an underdog, an over, an under, a lock, and then 3 general picks that can be whatever they want. And then we do throw in some parlays from time to time. So when picking favorites this year, I am 10-2. Underdogs, I'm 7-5. My overs are 4-8. My unders are 6, 5, and 1. My locks of the week, Ryan, you better lock it up, are 8-4. My general picks, not so hot, are 18-22. I'm 33-30-1 when picking NFL games this year. I am 20-15 when picking college football. When Ryan and I go head to head, which we have done so far 3 times this year, I'm 1-2. Ryan has bested me twice, and we do have another head-to-head matchup this week that I will tease for you right now. So if you look at Ryan, he is 4-8 when picking favorites. This man hates favorites. Like I said, he's addicted to the plus signs. His underdogs are 7-5. Overs are 5-6-1. His unders, really his strong suit on the show, 8-4. His locks are 6-6. His others are also 18-22. He is 39-34 when picking in the NFL, which, I mean, it's been great. 2-1 in head-to-head matchups. The real kick in the dick for Mr. Maloney this year has been college football. 7-17-1. That's just one we're going to forget. We're going to chalk it up to, you know what? It just doesn't even matter anymore. College football is basically over at this point, Ryan. We're just going to forget about it.
Thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing for you. It's a good thing for anybody that's followed any of your college football picks, which, by the way, we both were on Georgia -6.5 last week, and I just felt like such an idiot because I almost didn't put it on the card. I had Eagles -5.5, which the week before the Eagles absolutely fucked me, and I put them on the shit list. This was going to be the prove it. You absolutely have to get this game or you're forever dead to me, Philadelphia. And of course they covered it when I don't put it on the card. I put Georgia's -6.5 on the card, and they fucking lose to Bama again. How do we not take Nick Saban +6.5? If we could have talked it out, Ryan, maybe it would have worked. That's neither here nor there. Let's get into our picks for this week because we know we've got a lot of them and we know we want to get through them. So we start off with our favorites of the week. Ryan, you are our guest, so of course you are going to be going first.
Alrighty. I'm going to go with the Chiefs -10 versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Both teams 5-7 against the spread. So that didn't really matter, but I just feel like the Chiefs are kind of rolling now. They seem to be back to their true form. Their defense has been stepping up. So I'm going to take the Chiefs by 10 points in this game.
Yeah, this is one that is really, really tempting. I know. I mean, you said it. The Chiefs. Both teams are 5-7 against the spread. We've talked about on this show frequently how the Chiefs do fail to cover. They're on an absolute tear right now. They're on a 6-game win streak, looking to make it 7. They're 8-4 straight up on the year. Las Vegas is faltering. They're at 6-6, still in this division race, but they're coming off a tough loss to Washington. I think they've dropped a couple in a row. So that is Ryan's picks. Chiefs -10 versus Las Vegas -106. So my favorite of the week, kind of a weird one, but I'm going with it. Panthers -2.5 versus the Atlanta Falcons. This is solely I'm fading the public here. I'm doing that for my 5 picks this week. I kind of factored that in. I had a really tough time making the picks, so I thought, all right, let's go against the public money. Let's see how that works. So we have 62% of the bets are on the Falcons to cover the spread. I'm going to take it. I'm going to go against the public. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers -2.5. Another prove-it game for me here as far as a team that has let me down the past few weeks has gone. I don't know if they win this game, but I'm fading the public here. So public be damned. Carolina is, excuse me, of course, I never can find it when I need it. They're 5-7 against the spread, and they are going up against a Washington team that I believe is also 5-7 against the spread. So like you said, Ryan, just like your game, doesn't really matter, but I'm going with the Panthers -2.5. We now move on to our Scooby-Doo underdogs of the week. Ryan, we know it's your favorite pick of the week. Start us off.
All right, I am going to go with the Baltimore Ravens +2.5 at the Cleveland Browns. We talked about it most of the season. Road underdogs have been hitting at a pretty tremendous rate this season. But I just think this is kind of a game that the Ravens need to come back off of that loss to their rival, the Steelers. And they really need to win this game. I think Cleveland's coming off of a bye. But, yeah, both teams, again, both of them are 5-7 against the spread. But I just really like the Ravens in this game.
Yeah, this line didn't really make sense to me. But I guess it is. I mean, the Baltimore is going on the road to Cleveland. They've had a couple unimpressive performances in a row now. So, but I don't know. I kind of love the Ravens in this game. Ravens plus 2.5 at Cleveland. My theme of this week is the money, the percentage of the bets, the public money, and we have 52% of the public is on the Cleveland Browns minus 2.5 currently. That's according to the Action Network. That's what the Action Network has it as 2.5. So we will see how that game goes. I've got a pick for this game later on the card, so stay tuned for that. We're going to go to my Scooby-Doo underdog of the week. I'm going with the Detroit Lions plus 10.5 at Denver. It's too many points, Ryan. It's too many points for Dan Campbell. It's too many points for Jared Goff. They're Lions. They're frisky. They're 1-10-1 on the year. They finally got the monkey off their back, baby. They got the win over the Vikings. I know what you're thinking. Classic letdown spot here for them after the highs of last week, but I'm not that impressed with Denver. They've been all right. It's been very up and down, very inconsistent. I guess that's kind of why I'm kind of struggling to find the words here. I just like the Lions to keep this within 10 points. That's 2 scores. Give me a touchdown and a field goal. I'll take Detroit. Minus 105 odds there. So Lions plus 10.5 at Denver. It's another one fading the public here, ladies and gentlemen. For this game, we have 58% of the bets are on the Denver Broncos. 42% are on the Detroit Lions. Also, Detroit is a sneaky good team this year against the spread. They are 5th in the league, 8-4 against the spread. Your Detroit Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up. But yeah, that's the pick. Let's move on to our overs of the week. You know, we love overs on this show. We're going to go back to you, downtown funky stuff, Maloney.
All right, I'm going to go with the Bills and the Bucks over 53.5. I just kind of did this and I felt like, Buffalo had to play in that, kind of one of just those memorable games that years from now, we'll remember that Monday Night Football game with that wind and the Patriots attempting 3 passes all game, which really sucks if you were on that over. But I think this week they're going to come back out and, they got a close loss to the Patriots. Now they have to go face Tom Brady, who's not Patriots like they used to be able to, just kind of knock that out. But I don't know. I just feel like this is going to be a high-scoring game. The Bills, not necessarily a must win, but they kind of got to get going if they want to compete in the playoffs.
It's absolutely it's a bounce back spot here for the Bills. It's in Tampa, it's in Florida. They're not going to have to worry about whatever the fuck that weather was in Buffalo. That was just, what an awful game to watch. It's like, you said it, we are all going to remember it for Bills fans as a terrible game, Patriots fans as calling Belichick a genius, which is just like, you don't have to be a genius to figure out your rookie quarterback's not going to be great at throwing the ball in fucking 50-mile-an-hour winds and that kind of weather, which is just hilarious that the winning quarterback threw 3 passes for what was it, like 12 yards, maybe more, a little bit more than that. Anyway, that is Ryan's pick. Buffalo, Tampa Bay, over 53.5. I'm kind of crazy that I like the Bills in this game. I just can't quit the Bills, too. Ryan.
I know, me.
Fucking quit the Bills, but it's just, they are teetering. And I don't think if they lose this game, I don't think season's over, but they're going to have to maybe win out after. So I don't know. It's going to be a good game. Over 53.5 is Ryan's pick. Just a fun over to root for.
Yeah, it's a good game that I'm looking forward to watching. But yeah, I mean, I hope the Bills can get something going here. I mean, I know one of my future props was the Bills to win the Super Bowl, and you kind of got to get hot at the right time. So
I have Josh Allen to win the MVP, so I was right there with you, buddy. We were both a little too high on the Bills, but we were not the only ones. A lot of talk about the Bills at the beginning of the year. I mean, a lot of people talking about the Bills now and how they are, not really hitting their expectations. They really need to shore up that offensive line. They probably need a premier running back. And the defense just got absolutely ran over, even when they were putting 8 guys in the box, which was just depressing to watch. So let's move on to the next pick. Jesus Christ. My over is going to be, Ryan, you're not going to like it, New Orleans and New York. Over 43, minus 112. Let me tell you why. It's just the public money, baby. It's the public money. I'm going against it. Everybody is on the under here, under 43. I just don't think it's enough points. 66% of the money is on the under in this game. The overs in Jets games are 7-5 so far this year. That's tied for third best in the league. New Orleans overs are 6-6 in Saints games this year. Jesus Christ, Andy, get the fucking words out. So that, I mean, 2 better teams at hitting the over. I know those numbers don't really stick out at you, but if like the best teams at hitting overs this year are Minnesota and Indianapolis, that are both 8-5. The Jets are just 1 game behind each of those teams. The Jets, they're not very good on defense. They give up a lot of points. This feels like a get right game for New Orleans. And I like the over here, over 43. I guess I totally just ruined Ryan's next pick. Life is too short to bet the under here, but we do it once a week anyway. Ryan, I'll just go ahead and put it up and you tell me why I'm an idiot.
Well, you're not an idiot, but no, I mean, like I've done for most of my unders this year and it's worked. I just kind of saw this matchup and, I just feel like it's going to be a sloppy game. I feel like there's going to be 5 or 6 interceptions. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, maybe it'll just end up being 43 total and we both just push. But I don't know. I just feel like this is going to be a sloppy game. So I saw these 2 teams. I said, ew, and I picked the under.
Yeah, it has worked. It's insane how much like I can dive into all these numbers and spew all this bullshit, and then you're just like, yeah, I saw that game. I don't think they're going to score any points. And then your unders are 8-4 this year. It's just like, all right, dude, he's just got the magic touch, ladies and gentlemen, except for the fact that he's 48-51-1 this year. Either way, moving on. You know what? Before we move on. Actually, no, here, let me give my under and then, never mind. Ignore what I said. LAC, New York Giants, under 43. I believe Mike Glennon is getting the start for the New York Giants, and I just have a personal vendetta against anybody that basically stole $45 million from my favorite NFL franchise. And actually, good for him. It's really the Bears' fault for being dumb enough to give him that much money. Anyway, no matter who's been the quarterback for the Giants this year, they have not been good at hitting overs. Overs are 3-8-1 in New York Giants games so far this year, and they are 5-7 in Chargers games. So I'm going to ride that trend. I'm going to go against Mike Glennon. I don't think the Giants are going to score very many points. I think this will be a one-sided game. I think it'll be a Chargers victory. So I guess if I think that, I should probably take the Chargers spread as well. I know Chargers they are coming off that big that big win over Cincinnati last week, which was like one of the games of the week. You know, they go up by 24. Cincinnati rattles off 23 unanswered. And then I think the Chargers score like 20 something unanswered. Crazy game. We'll see what they have left from that. But I'm taking the under here. This is more of pretty much just a numbers thing. I don't remember if this was a public money play or not. Yeah, so this is the one that I went against what I said, the public money. So the public money is on the under here. It's 55% of the money, or 55% of the money, 55% of the bets have been placed on the under in this game. But I'm going to ride that. Sometimes I got to go against what I say, you know, for this own episode, Ryan. I'm a wild card. I like to switch it up. You see this shirt. Anyway, we're going to move on to our locks of the week. Ryan, you better lock it up.
All right, I'm going to lock it up. I am going to go with the Cowboys -4.5 at the Washington football team. I think the football team are on a 4-game win streak, and I was on them last week, and I just felt good about the pick, but it's really hard to win 4 games in a row. It's even harder to win 5 games in a row. And I just think the Cowboys are going to roll them over. But I am a little nervous because I think McCarthy guaranteed to win this week. So
yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, fat ass. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been on the Cowboys a lot this year, and I just think that they could end up blowing this football team out. I don't think the football team is as good as they have been showing the past 4 or 5 weeks. And I feel like the Cowboys are actually a good team. So I think the Cowboys can definitely win this game by a touchdown or more.
Absolutely. So, I mean, you mentioned it, football team coming in on that 4-game win streak. Something's got to give. This is a huge, huge game for the NFC East, for the top of that division. Cowboys are favored. They are, I think, one of the best teams against the spread this year. What is it, 9-3 or something like that? Yes, Dallas is 9-3 against the spread on the year. We'll see how this goes. I kind of like the football team in this game. I don't have them on my card. I'm out of solidarity. I'm not fucking with a man's lock. You know, I would never
Appreciate
do that.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. So my lock of the week is just a game that I feel needs to be on this card. It's un-American not to bet on this game. My one college football game on the card. It's Army. It's Navy. Army -7 versus Navy. Army has won 4 of the last 5 meetings. They have won 6 of Army's 8 victories on the year have been by double digits. I'm looking for them to make it 7 of 9. Navy comes into this game 3-8 on the year. They are 7-4 against the spread. They've played good teams close. We all know what this rivalry means to each side. We know what it means to the college football landscape. It's usually is a close game. Quite frequently, the underdogs have won this game outright. I just think Army is a lot better football team at the moment than Navy is. I will not be surprised if I'm dead wrong on this. I've been dead wrong on a lot of shit speaking into this microphone before, but I'm going with Army. I've got to do it. Army -7 is my lock of the week. Lock it in. The Black Knights are going to do it. I'm making this pick for my buddy Gabe Flayton. I think he's like 20 minutes outside of West Point. He's a huge Army football fan. So go Army, beat Navy. Ryan, this is an insane trend that I'm going to let you make the decision on if we're following or fading it. In the last 15 years in this matchup, the under is 15-0.
I'm definitely telling. I was just looking at the overall. It's 34.5.
So when I saw it this morning, it was the totals at 35. I read something that said if the total hits 34, it would be the lowest one of the lowest ever, like in a college football game.
Yeah, it's something.
So we have to take this under, right?
Absolutely.
Fuck. So we're hoping for like an 8 to
Army
9 to nothing football game.
Army with a touchdown and a field goal, and that's it.
That's it. But if you are a sports bettor and you are into those kind of trends, how can you not? It's like I actually see both sides. It's like something's got to give. It's been 15 years. We finally get our over, but holy shit. Like I think we just have to do it. We have to do it. We have to hunker down just because it's only fucking 34 and a half points. Like, Jesus Christ. All right. Army -7. Take the under if you are moving in solidarity with this podcast. Before we get in to our general picks, I am going to tell you guys about a friend of ours. It is BetUS Sportsbook. You guys know sports betting season is in full swing. We're talking about it right now. The NFL, we've got a few weeks left. The NBA is here. College basketball is back. Not baseball, though. Lockout there. The NHL, what else do we have? College football is getting wrapped up. It's bowl season. The college football playoffs coming. You guys need a sports book with longevity and integrity, one that you can trust. That's right. It's BetUS Sportsbook. And go ahead and use promo code The Brew Party for 125% sign-up bonus. BetUS has been in the game, paying out their customers for over 3 decades in the sportsbook industry. They've got a race book. They've got a casino. They've got live betting. They've got futures, any bet type. They've got a great online profile. You can just go to betus.com. That's betus.com. Use promo code The Brew Party for 125% sign-up bonus. Go ahead, get you that cash, get you that free money. Let's get these winners together. BetUS. You can go to betus.com or call mybetus.com. No, forget what I said about that. Just go to betus.com, promo code The Brew Party. Don't worry about calling in. It's way easier. It's a super easy online profile. They've got golf. You can bet on UFC. They've got futures, prop bets, live in-game betting. Like I said, any bet type imaginable, BetUS has got it. Promo code The Brew Party for 125% sign-up bonus. Thank you so much to BetUS. Let's get back into the cards. Ryan.
Andy.
We're here. Your first general pick of the evening.
So I switched this 5 minutes before the show, but I'm gonna go with Sugar Sean O'Malley by TKO KO plus 110 versus I'm gonna butcher his name, but Raleigh Paiva. I don't know. You get the point.
You get it.
But, I mean, I love Sean O'Malley. He's electric. And so in his last 5 fights, he's 4-1, with the one being a TKO due to him breaking his leg.
Fucking accident, yeah.
Yeah. The 4 wins, he wins by TKO KO. So I like this pick at plus money. So I'm going to ride with my boy.
Ride with your boy. I love this pick. Plus 110. The plus money king, Ryan Maloney. Sean O'Malley by TKO KO. I'm not even going to try to say the guy's name. Just take it. Plus 110.
You don't need to know the other guy's name.
No, just know he's going to get knocked the fuck out. All right. My first general pick. I teased it earlier. I'm doing it. I'm eating the fucking trash. I love the Bills plus 3.5 at Tampa Bay. Even if they don't win this game, I think they keep it close. I think they keep it competitive. This football team needs a good game. Win or lose, they need to prove to themselves that they can fucking score points, that they can play with anybody. They can be one of the best teams in the league, regardless of division, regardless of their record right now, I'm taking the Bills plus 3.5. Might sprinkle the money line. We know Buffalo's history against Tom Brady. It's not great. I think I just take them to cover here, but public money is on the Bucks. I know that for sure. It's currently 62% of the bets are on the Bucks. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to fade the public. Nobody sees it coming. That's always when it happens, when nobody sees it coming. So I'm rooting for the Bills. I'm still Bills Mafia adjacent. I need some football team that I actually to do well this year. So we will see. The Bills plus 3.5 is my pick. Apologize for the rambling. Ryan, let's go back to you. You got another one for me for this UFC card on Saturday.
Yep. So I am going to go with Dustin Porier, same thing by KO, TKO against Charles Oliveira. I just really like this pick with the plus money. So I'm a huge McGregor fan, but I also love Dustin Poirier. He's a great guy. He's fun to root for. He's a fun fighter to watch. And his last two fights, unfortunately for somebody who's a McGregor fan, were both TKO KOs against McGregor. So I'm going to look for him to continue this trend and get that belt, baby. So that McGregor can come take it from
Motherfucker. Yeah, that was so hard for me too. Because I genuinely like Dustin Poirier. I do love McGregor, but it is tough when you got two guys that you love. It was kind of like the Chandler Gaethje fight. I didn't know who to root for in that, which ended up being just one of the best fights I've ever watched, in my life. That was just fucking incredible. All right. So I have two more. Ryan's got one more. We're going to get you the parlay, and we're going to get the hell out of here. Okay. All right. We're ending with two totals. Or I'm ending with two totals. This one just does not seem like enough points. Ryan, I want to see what you think about this. Baltimore, Cleveland over 42.5. I know it feels like sometimes we get these afternoon games in Cleveland where we do think we're going to get a bunch of points, and it ends up being a shitty weather, rainy day where Cleveland just runs the football all over, and it ends up being like a 17-10 final. And these are two teams that do love to run the football. So I am a little concerned about that, but just looking at it like you do with your unders, I just feel like they could score more than 42.5 points. It just does not feel like enough. If you look at the public money, it's all over this over. 68% of the bets are on the over, so I feel like a chump for doing it, but it's just not enough points. God damn it. I think both teams are 5-7 as far as overs go. No, I'm sorry. Cleveland is 6-6 overs in their games. Baltimore is Baltimore's 5-7. So those don't really matter, but they're both averaging I think 23 or 24 points a game. It's going to be a close game. Cleveland absolutely needs to win it. I know you have Baltimore plus 2.5. But I just see way more than 42.5 points being scored by both of these teams. So that is my second to last pick. Ryan, we'll go to your last pick, which is an interesting one. You plus money king. Just inform us. I'm sorry, I'm rambling here.
No, yeah, you're fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Rams money line at Arizona plus 116. I don't know. I mean, the Cardinals, yeah, whatever. They're a good team, but come on now. It's disrespectful. These Bears are going to be favorites against the Rams because that, I don't know, seems a little fishy. I just like the plus 116.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. Yeah, they just beat the Bears, but the Rams have also lost 3 games in a row.
They destroyed the Jaguars last week.
The Rams?
Yeah.
No, that was like a week or two ago.
No, Sunday, December 5th, 37-7.
Who did they What?
They lost to the Packers by 8 the week before.
I
And
don't
they were on a
know.
bye the week before that. Are you thinking of the right team? Oh, they lost to the 49ers a few weeks ago, 31-10.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Never mind. They didn't. I'm not thinking of the right team. I am thinking of the right team, but not the right timeline. Like they've lost like 3 or 4 or something like that, right?
So they lost to the Titans 28-16. Then they lost to the 49ers 31-10. And then they had a bye. And then they lost to the Packers by 8. And then they beat the Jaguars.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I was correct, but you were also correct. Both can be
But
true,
yeah,
Ryan.
I don't know. I just like the Rams in this game. That could have, implications on the division winner between these two. So I mean, it's going to be a good game, but I'm going to ride with the Rams in this one.
Yeah, and I don't hate the Rams pick because it's like a must win, and literally everybody and their mother is talking about them. And it's like, oh, what's wrong with Sean McVay? What is Matthew Stafford doing too much? So it's kind of like it's a prove it game for them. I mean, the first time these two teams met, I think Arizona just beat the shit out of them, and it was just like a laugher. That's my only concern with the Rams is when they've played good teams, they've floundered. Besides, that week 3 win over the Bucks, they haven't really beaten anybody that's that great. So I apologize for forgetting that they beat the shit out of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Uh-huh. And I mean, Jimbo will be at this game, Monday Night Football, and he's going to be wearing his nice Larry Fitzgerald jersey that I got him from China, and I'm going to have to root against him. So, I mean, he's a Bears fan, but he's a traitor, so I don't want to talk. He was wearing a Cardinals jersey last weekend against the Bears. Traitor.
Jimbo. How could you? Let's move on from that tangent. So my last pick, then we'll get into the parlay, and then we'll get out of here. Same game. How about that, Ryan?
How about it?
Arizona, LAR, over 51.5. 51.5 is a lot of points. It's just a fun one to root for. Like we were talking about with Buffalo and Tampa Bay, I can see both of these teams scoring a lot of points. You just mentioned LA scored 37 last week. I think what Arizona put on us, 22, 28, 30. I don't know. Both of these teams
I kind of blacked out after the first half.
It was just fucking I think I fell asleep at halftime and woke up with like 11 minutes in the third quarter. I was in and out. That game fucking sucked. Anyways, I'm taking the over here. Both of these teams are pretty good at hitting overs. LA 6-5-1. Arizona. Okay, I lied about Arizona. They're not that great at hitting overs. 6-6. Again, none of these teams are great at hitting overs. I think that's what we need to think about. Very, very streaky, but they're both averaging like 28 or 25 to 28 points per game on offense. I think they could easily hit this if they're both rolling and we get, a classic high scoring Monday Night Football game. So that is my last pick. Let's get this shit wrapped up. And we got a parlay. So this is a Friday night money line parlay. So we're live right now, Friday. It's 12:43 p.m. Central Time. So hopefully you are consuming this. Hopefully you hear this before these games get going. I think the first one starts at 6 or 6:30. So 2 picks from Ryan, 2 picks from me. Ryan, I know when you sent me Hornets money line, it was at plus 100. When I got it, it was at minus 109. So it has moved. Unfortunately, that's what I had to get it at for the parlay. So I'll just throw it up here. Ryan has thrown out Knicks money line plus 102, Hornets money line. Originally, it was at plus 100, you fiend. Minus 109. I'm throwing out Nets money line plus 108 and Suns money line minus 210. I know Suns money line is super chalky, but they have been one of the best, if not the best team in basketball so far this season. We have the Nets are going up against the Hawks. Ryan, do you want to talk about your two picks real quick and why you like them?
So I had zero reasoning other than the slightly plus money. But I do like the Hornets. They're a fun team to root for. I like their uniforms. But yeah, I mean, the Knicks and the Hornets, when I got the Hornets, it was plus 100 exactly. But it has dropped now. But still, I don't know. I just really like these two picks, and especially with the Knicks just slightly above plus money. In the NBA, it's just so hit or miss. You kind of just got to find those random lucky nights and just ride with it,
Absolutely. So just a quick cleanup here. So we ask people think we know what we're talking about, even though I know we don't. Just kidding. I love basketball. Hornets are hosting the Sacramento Kings. The Hornets are 14-13. The Kings are 11-14. Coming to Charlotte, we are taking the Hornets. The Knicks are going to Toronto. New York is 12-13 on the year. Toronto sits at 11-14. We're taking the Knicks on the road. We have the Suns hosting the Boston Celtics. The Suns are 20-4 on the year. Just came off like a 17-game win streak or something like that. The Celtics sit at 13-13. We are taking Phoenix money line. And finally, the Nets are visiting the Atlanta Hawks. Nets come in at 17-8. They are one of the best teams in the East. Atlanta is 13-12. I don't know how Brooklyn is plus money here, but I will take that any day of the week. So I'm taking that. So it's Knicks money line, Hornets money line, Nets money line, Suns money line. Put them all together, and what do we get? Plus 1,117. It's like $10 to win like $117. Let's get it. Let's get some fucking money. This is Maloney's Money Line on the Brew Party Podcast. Episode 90 of the Brew Party Podcast is here. Back with Maloney's Money Line after our 2-week break. It is so wonderful to see Ryan's face. We had everything for you this week, folks. We had a bunch of NFL. We had one college football, 2 UFC picks, plus this Friday night NBA parlay. I don't know what the NBA is, or NBA, whatever the fuck I said. NBA parlay for this Friday night, plus 11-17. Knicks, Hornets, Nets, Suns. We've got overs. We've got unders. We've got favorites. We've got our locks of the week. We've got our other picks. They're all here. Maloney's Money Line, episode 90 of the Brew Party. We are out of here. Ryan, thank you so much for being here. Let's get some winners. We need a positive week from both of us. No more even, no more 3-5. That's a promise to you guys. This
6-2, I'm calling it.
6-2. I would love to go 6-2. I would suck Ryan's left nut to go 6-2. All right, never mind. We're getting out of here.